woke up this morning and found out what was going on with the leak and then the check engine light, and I was like, no freaking way. There's never a good time for a breakdown, like I say, but it's especially terrible, you know, when you've got something planned to do, you know, something outside of work. What's up, guys? It's the Everyday Trucker here, back with another video. And today we have some insulation on the trailer, and that's already secured and loaded. That's not the point of today's video. For today, it's a little bit something, or it's something a little different. More of one of the potential headaches that you can run into when you're on the road. So let me give you a backstory. I got here to pick up this load yesterday evening, which was a Thursday, around 5:30. And after everything was said and done, I got finished securing it around 8. With it being as late as it was, and me having 5.5 hours to drive to go home with this load, I decided to just sleep here overnight, have a full fresh clock, and take off at 3:30 a.m. Friday morning. And with that being the case, I was going to get to my parking destination roughly around 8 a.m., 8:30. Perfect plan. Get there early in the day, be done, finished, and, you know, great. Which this load is actually going to be swapped because I'm supposed to be going on vacation after today, but the universe had other plans for me, at least for now. I get up, first thing, I wake up 2 hours late because I forgot to set my alarm to wake up before I went to bed, like a goof. But I get up about 5 a.m. and I'm getting out of the truck, doing my pre-trip like I normally do, checking my lights and everything. And I turn the truck on and my check engine light comes on. I'm like, that's really weird. I'm getting out, looking at everything, inspecting everything, and I look down underneath the truck and I see a little bit of drip, 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 but it's coming out steadily. I get out, go around the truck, look underneath the hood, and I see this. Yeah, engine oil leak. And tried to trace where it was coming from. It looked like it was coming from there's a filter right there. Looks like it's coming from that area. Might not have been doing it justice with that that shot, but it's this section right here, you can see that. So yeah, I put in for my breakdown a little while ago, so I'm sitting here waiting for them to tell me what is going to be happening with this. If they're going to send a technician out here to check and see if it's something as simple as that filter came loose, because I tried tightening it by hand, which is what they suggested originally, just to see if it would move, but it didn't. It's on there tight, plus it's like it's slick, so that's not going to help. Yeah, man, it sucks. Like I said, I'm going on vacation after today, so needless to say, I want to hurry up and get on the road and out of here. I don't know, I mean, a couple of days ago I had a D-rate message come across my dashboard. Anybody who's familiar with that knows how much that can suck. Fortunately, that was an easy fix. I just needed to swap out my filter, my fuel filter, which wasn't even that, like, it wasn't filthy, but it wasn't like pristine out of the box clean. It was in the middle, but I'm like, I guess that set off the sensors, because the information I was given, they use some pretty high quality filters that are the right word for it, pretty fibrous, I guess, to make sure that like next to no debris can get through. Now the thing with that, like, you can have little small bits that will get clogged up and it will set the the message off, or it can set the derate message off, because nothing's passing through the filter, even if it's some of the liquid, if it has even just like a slightest bit of stuff in it. So you may have to change out your fuel filters more frequently than you would if you had a filter that wasn't as high quality, which can be a little bit annoying, but I suppose it can save the equipment. But yeah, fuel filter's clean. Was able to get rid of that derate message a couple of nights ago, and then I run into this. I mean, there's never a good time for a breakdown, but you know, having a breakdown when you're on your way home, trying to go on vacation, is extra devastating. But it's still really early in the morning. It's got to be around 6:30 or 7 a.m. So I'll see. I'm waiting now to hear from Road Repair on what they're going to do about this oil leak. So I'll have to get that cleaned up with some cat litter or something, and get that wiped up a bit, and see about refilling some of this engine oil. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to send a technician out here or have me drive to a shop or whatever. I don't know. But I'll update you guys once I know something new. Keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. Oh man, I need this vacation. I've been looking forward to it, so we will see. All right, guys, we made it here to the mechanic shop to get this truck looked at. Strange thing, before I pulled off to head this way, I looked underneath the truck after I turned the engine on. There was no oil leak. The check engine light was on still, but the oil was not leaking. And I'm like, okay, that's positive. Let me turn the truck off and turn it back on just to see, because I wanted to know if it was going to leak while I was driving. I wanted to know the rate of speed at which that oil was leaking, to see if like I was going to be able to make it here without having engine damage. But there was no leak. I drove here for an hour and a half, and as soon as I got into this lot, I put the truck into park, and I got on the ground, looked underneath the truck to see if there was any leaking. Nothing. Turned the truck off, still not leaking. I called Road Repair, let them know, and I'm going through all the marks with them, you know, letting them know, okay, this, that, the other, and what's happening. And I'm like, okay, let me also check the engine oil level. So I get out, check the dipstick, and it's full. Well, just about full still. It's like basically at the same level that it was yesterday before all this stuff started happening, when I did my pre-trip yesterday morning. And the oil is not leaking. It's not leaking. And on top of that, the check engine light that was in my dashboard went away. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know if like the oil filter was loose or something, because I did try to hand tighten it before I took off towards this place. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I checked with Road Repair and they said keep an eye on it. And it still probably needs to get checked out. But I let them know my situation. But like, hey, like, you know, I'm supposed to be going on vacation. You know, XYZ is happening. Like, is there any way that I can get routed to another repair shop that's closer to my home destination, so I don't miss out on this vacation? You know, that would be catastrophic, you know. And you know, they were able to work something like that out. So the truck is still roadworthy. Like I said, it's not leaking oil right now for whatever mysterious reason. I mean, I'm a fan of it, definitely. But with this, I will still be able to do what I need to do after, you know, this work stuff gets situated. Because here at this place, they were going to try to fit me in. They were going to try to work me in, which means they pulled the truck in and work on me in between other trucks that they already have scheduled for today or this time. And it was either going to be they could work me in later on today, or possibly Monday for sure. And I didn't like any part of that. My vacation is still supposed to start tomorrow. So fortunately, you know, I'll be able to still do that. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to get to my home location and they're going to have a shop there that's in that area that I'll be able to take the truck to. And if they can't look at it today, I more likely than not should be able to leave the truck there over the weekend. And when I come back from my vacation, you know, I'll be able to get the truck back and be back on the road and how I need to be. So I'm going to keep you guys updated still until I get to the final mile of all this, you know, once the truck situation is all sorted out and I'm, you know, packing my bags, you know, to move on for for a week here. But it's looking positive, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I'm a fan of it. So we'll see you later on in the process. All right, guys, we are here in Dayton, Ohio, where I had to come to do a trailer swap with another driver here since, as I said earlier in the video, I'm going on vacation next week, and I had to trade off that loaded trailer with another guy that lives in this area so that I could take his empty and have this trailer and truck sit for the week while I'm out. And things are looking even more positive than they did a little while ago when I last updated you guys. That leak is still sealed. It's still sealed. All of my lights that were on at the crack of dawn when I got up, they're all still off. So whatever that issue is, it sorted itself out. I talked to Road Repair as well about that, and basically they said that no harm, no foul, in so many words, basically, you know, that the problem is not occurring still, the engine's not leaking, and what it was, I think, is that oil filter must have somehow gotten a little bit loose. Somehow. I really don't know. Somehow. And I must have tightened it just enough, or it must have like vibrated itself back into place, because that oil is not leaking. Nothing at all like what it was this morning when I showed you guys what was going on. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy because I am about to head to my parking location for the week that I'm going to be out. And when I woke up this morning and found out what was going on with the leak and then the check engine light, and I was like, no freaking way. There's never a good time for a breakdown, like I say, but it's especially terrible, you know, when you've got something planned to do, you know, something outside of work, you know. But, you know, I don't know, something going on. I got good luck, good karma, or random event that worked out in my favor. But the truck's still good to go. It's all good. So just keep an eye on it. I'll continue to keep an eye on it. If I see that issue pop up again, you know, we'll address that. But we're golden, guys, so I couldn't be happier. I'm gonna go ahead and head on to my parking spot, and I will check in with you guys after my vacation. So I wanted to make this video along the way because I wanted to also show you guys, before I cut the video, I wanted to show you guys the realities of trucking. That the vast majority of my days out here are positive, great, you know, you get loaded, unloaded, secured, no problem, but occasionally things will happen. And today's events worked out positively in my favor, where, you know, this issue was able to get sorted out without causing me to miss out on, you know, my plans. Sometimes that doesn't happen though, and you have to be prepared. And in a situation like this, when you're about to go on vacation, you know, I don't know if there's a whole lot that you could do if this went completely south, if I were far away from home, which fortunately I was not. But just keep that in mind, and, you know, try to plan ahead for worst case scenarios. You know, think, what might you do, or what could you do as a contingency plan, you know, if something like this or any other negative event related to, you know, your job trucking happens, you know. So well, don't be afraid to ask questions. I'll say that. Don't be afraid to ask questions, like I did, like where they had originally routed me to go to a repair shop in West Virginia when I needed to be in Ohio to go on my vacation after this. You know, I asked them, is there a repair shop that you can route me to that's closer to my home location? And there was, and they easily routed me to where I needed to go. You know, if I hadn't asked them about that, they would have just kept me at the repair shop that I was at. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask questions. Let everybody that's involved know your situation, and I would imagine that they can accommodate you. I know with the company that I'm working with here, you know, I've never had an issue, you know, talking about anything to anybody. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, and closed mouths don't get fed. So if nobody knows you got an issue or something you're trying to get done, you know, they can't help you with it necessarily. So keep that in mind, guys. And I appreciate all you guys watching, taking the time out of your day to see what my life is like out here. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing on my videos. I'll see you guys on the next one after my vacation. Your Day Trucker out.